Hello friends, and welcome back to Plain Jane Plants. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. All we do is talk about houseplants. So today I want to give you guys a tour of the 80 or so, give or take, houseplants that I share a bedroom with. I've recently realized that this maybe looks like a lot to people who aren't planty, but I know that you guys will totally get it. So yeah, this is a very realistic plant tour in the terms of there's soil on the desk, there's soil on the shelves, there's dead leaves in some of the plants. It's not perfect. It's you know, it's real. So without further ado, let's take a look at what is in my little bedroom jungle. We are gonna start on the cacti and succulent table. This is actually pretty far away from an eastern window, but I do have my handy dandy little grow bulb here. I mean, it's not perfect, it's not amazing, but I am starting to get some new growth on some jade and stuff, so you know, it can't be too bad. So let's turn this off and take a look at what we have here. So over here I have a little terracotta bowl of some echeveria, and I don't know what kind they are. I think this one is called Mexican Snowball, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I didn't know you're not supposed to touch the leaves. It takes all the little like shininess off. But yeah, they're super stretched because obviously they don't get enough light. I don't care though. I still think they're cute. Let's move over here. We have a little opuntia. Yeah, when I got him, he was wrinkled. I watered him once and that's about it. I'm not going to water him again till spring. I don't know if he's looking good or not, but I mean, I like him. I think he's cute. Okay, and then we'll move over here. This is a Moonstone Plant, I think. I bought it thinking it was some kind of like silvery looking jade, and it does kind of look like a jade or like a crassula kind of thing. But yeah, super cute. And over here I have a little pot. Oops, if I can just move around that leaf. Over here I have a little pot of jades that I'm propagating for my mom. I'm trying to get a little pot of different styles in there, going for her. Little aloe vera back here in the corner. He seems fine. Another jade, crassula ovata, like a typical jade, you know? I got that sitting here, just a smaller one, trying to do a little propagation. And this one just seems to want to steal the show. So here we go. This is my silver squill. Didn't really know much about these plants before I got them. And now that I have one, I freaking love it. Look at the little babies popping up. Is it going to focus? Whoa. Are you going to focus? Okay, I literally just watered it. I know it looks like a succulent, but apparently it's not. So it needs more water than you think. Down here I have a little chunk of a dragon fruit cactus and one of those like, can this guy just like take a little hike over here? I don't want to like take him off, but okay. One of those moon cactus. I just chopped the top off and threw it in here and maybe it'll work. I don't know. It's an experiment. And then here we have two different kinds of jades. Two different kinds of jades mixed together in a pot. This is kind of like a small regular green one. Everything's really dusty. And then this little one here in the middle, you can see there's a difference right here. It kind of has a different nature to it, or maybe it's exactly the same. I don't know. Here's a little piece of it that's broken off. This was one little piece of a donkey tail, I think, and it sprouted up this. I don't know what I'm doing with it, honestly. Wow. Okay, I think this is like a little Haworthia or something, or maybe an aloe. It's got a little pup coming up. It just keeps getting taller and taller. I don't hate it. I think it's cute. And then over here, sorry about the laundry in the background. Here we have another type of jade. I really enjoy crassulas or jades. I just think they're so cute. I think this one is called the Hobbit. There's the golem that looks more like a Shrek's ear. but these are more like folded leaves. They're not actual tubes. I don't know. Trying to, you know, tell the difference here. Okay, and then moving up here, Moonshine Sansevieria, that hasn't done anything for me since I bought it. Probably needs more light, but it's chilling. Another little, okay, we'll just do this guy then. Cylindrica with some little pups coming out. As I was saying, back here, a little bird's nest Sansevieria, just a dark green one with a yellowy green trim. This Hoya australis, that's not having a good time. I don't know. Here we have some euphorbia, or sometimes they call them fire sticks, pencil cactus, whatever. Yeah, it didn't do anything for the longest time, and then it sprouted out this new thing here. Whoop, and that's it. That's all he's been doing for now. Definitely going to put him outside in the summer and get some growth going. And then in here, I just have some of the Echeveria leaves propagating. Maybe you can see there's some roots on them. Yeah, and that is about it for the succulent and cacti table. You know, it's not a lot, but I really enjoy every single piece of it, so I'm pretty happy. I'm getting really into the silver squill now, and I'm really excited for it to push out more pups and stuff, and it's going to be great. So yeah, I guess we should move on over. Okay, so it's kind of a cloudy day, and I usually have a grow light on these, but obviously we want to be able to see what we're doing and not have like pink and purple over us. Like I said, it's very realistic houseplant tour. Supplies here, hair stuff under there. There's the grow light that I normally have on a table. Bella snoring her life away as usual. There's soil on the frickin' ground. I got papers for school everywhere. Taco, you know, it's just, have yet to be able to find a plant to go here though. Spider plant, no. Golden pothos, no. Dracaena, no. I don't want to put a snake plant there. I think that would look weird. So if you have any suggestions, I am down Charlie Brown. I don't know why I said that. Okay, so anyway, let's move over here. Here is where my humidifier is, and my humidity kind of loving plants are over in this area. So let's take a look. All right, so we're just going to start on this little section over here. At the back here, I have an Alocasia Imperial Red. Just a little underwater because I'm not really used to having to water plants a lot. And it comes with, well, it didn't come, well, the lady that I traded with also gave me another Alocasia, and she gave me 2 of these mini Thripex, kind of like to keep the bad guys away from them because they are notorious for it. And let me tell you, if these get some kind of like weird spider mite thing going on, I'm not risking the rest of these plants. I will throw them out. Bye. Or I'll just, you know, give them to someone, just say, listen, it's got spider mites. I don't know what to do. It's going in the garbage unless you want to save it. So that's that. Okay, let's keep in theme of Alocasia. I never thought I'd be an Alocasia person, especially for the poly, to be honest. I don't know. I got it in a trade. If you're wondering what I traded the rest of my Exotica. I can't do Scindapsus. I mean, it was a wish list plant. You know, be careful what you wish for because you might get it. And I realized, you know, don't meet your heroes. Anyways, so yeah, here we go. Apparently it just came out of dormancy, she says. I don't know. It's kind of like a funky looking, it's like a cartoon of a plant from like Jurassic Park or something. That's cool. So I'm gonna leave that chill in there. And then moving to the front here, okay, we do need more light. There we go. Now moving to the front here, we have my Syngonium Maria Illusion. These are the original leaves it came with. We actually saw a bunch of these the other day, my mom and I, that is, saw a bunch of these the other day at, what is that? It's just dried neem oil. We saw a bunch the other day at Rona, like a Home Depot, and I was like, I hate those. They're like, they look dead or something. And like, I kind of agree in a way because they do have the red and the green. They do get kind of muddy. But I just wanted to show you all the new little growth in here. Look how cute these are. Oh, they kind of look, okay, they kind of look weird. Let's say that. This more green one I'm feeling. These ones look kind of like an open wound or something of the sort. Ooh, get that green one high. Okay, that's that. And then up here we have my Begonia Medora. I sold a bunch of this. I gave a nice little piece to my mom as well, and I'm sure she can attest that it is growing really fast. It grows really fast when you give it the right conditions, gets a lot of light. I'm giving this one hecka humidity just to kind of beef it up. I want to be able to give some root and give some cuttings to a couple people soon. So I'm just trying to get this, you know, get the ball rolling here. And then down here is the neon Robusta Syngonium that I almost froze to death. The leaf has opened, it's pretty and pink. We have a new growth coming in right here. That's exciting. Should not have chopped these all the way down to the base because, you know, they still could have shot up some leaves like this from the stem. So I wasn't really thinking, so now we gotta wait a long time for this to grow more. So yeah. Here we have my beloved Micans. I put a little popsicle stick in there and kind of just put it up with a loose twist tie just to kind of, you know, I want to give it more light. I want it to get up there and get going. And since I've done that, this is what has shot out. It kind of looks like a leaf and a maybe that's just kind of like a petiole type of thing. But anyway, it's progress, I think. Cebu Blue did the same thing. Oh, I just love the way that these show up on camera. Like, hi, it's so beautiful. Okay, anyways. So yes, I also put it up on this pole as well. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference or not, but it kind of looks bigger if I, you know, if you pass by it, you're like, oh wow, that's tall. Is it really? I don't know. Okay, and then up in here, okay, enough with the smoke show. Let's just face this the other way for a moment. Okay, here is my Begonia maculata whitey. It's a mouthful to say. It's really starting to curl up. I'm still giving it the same amount of humidity. I'm still watering it the same. I think I might have over fertilized a little bit, kind of did a little bit of a burn on the leaves. Maybe, but I'm gonna chop off the sad leaves and see if we can't bring it back a little bit. Next up here is another Jade Pothos. Can't get enough of these bad boys, I'll tell you that right freaking now. Love my Jade Pothos so much. Would love to be able to hang it up somewhere, but I'm really running out of spaces to hang stuff up. Maybe if I can find some kind of good like wall mounting solution, then I can put it up, you know, somewhere. Not in that dark corner though. I don't think it's gonna live and I'm not risking it. Some propagations, a couple pieces of Philodendron Red Emerald starting to root in there. And also a really sad piece of Hoya Australis. I don't think it's gonna make it. Here's a little ripped Salas. This is kind of an experiment I'm doing. The roots are very shallow. So I thought there's supposed to be like fertilizer and like rooting hormone in here. Anyway, so whenever I water it, I try and just get the very, very bottom to touch the water just to encourage the roots to grow down more. And then once that happens, then I can take that away and then let it kind of flourish a little bit more. I just want it to work on rooting in here more instead of pushing out dinky growth, you know? And same situation up here with my Syngonium white butterfly. It was crisping, I didn't know what to do with it. So since I've done this little water thingamajiggy, there's a little rotted root there, but that's fine. Whenever I water it so enough water comes out and then just kind of like hits the bottom of it, again, to kind of encourage it to grow a little bit more, just be more established. But anyway, since I've done that, it's given me these two beautiful leaves. Isn't that precious? So yeah, loving that. And those are actually even like facing like the back. Like they're facing away from where the grow light usually is. So it must be fine. Moving up here to my Tetrastigma voyinarianum. Again, she's a big beauty. I've deeply watered this twice since I got it, like 3 weeks ago, I think. And yeah, she's been happy. She's been great. There's been a lot of new growth. I think I'm actually gonna take her down and show you what's been popping up because it's exciting me so much. All right, so I actually just cleaned her leaves recently, but she collects dust like crazy because she's so high up there. Here we go. Here's a little bit of new growth popping up here on the stems. So that is super exciting. And what a lot of people don't know about this plant is that it's very fuzzy. You know, you can see the stems are fuzzy. The backs of the leaves are fuzzy as well. It's kind of hard to, maybe it's kind of hard to see. It's more of like a feeling type thing. But yeah, there is a lot of new growth in here. Right in here. Can we see that? Yeah, brand new leaf coming out. So that is really, really exciting. More growth here. Bam, bam. There was also a little stump in here. I guess they took a big cutting of it or something wasn't going right. I don't know. And look, it's popping out a new growth too. So it just goes to show, like, have a little bit of patience. When I first got this, I was like, ugh, a dead stump. Oh, well, whatever. I'm not going to take it out. And gladly I didn't. So yeah, you know, patience is key. That is one thing that I have learned, well, from many things in my life, but also from plants. I've learned to be a little more patient. New growth down, hello. New growth down in here as well. Yeah. All right, so she's back up there, and then we can come up here and, oh my God, what did I just do? And then we can come up here and take a look at my wire vine. It's loving the humidity. Oh my gosh, sorry, it's just going everywhere. Like a Led Zeppelin concert. Not that I've ever been, but I'm just imagining. Anyways, so yeah, here we go. There's like 2 or 3 vines that are left. They're loving the humidity. They're happy. I'm happy. And then we'll move over here. Here's the humidifier. We'll move over here to my Philodendron Brazil. It's having a lot of new growth as well. Yeah, there's a little growth nub here, a growth nub here. Where else? This whole vine, oops, can I get it out? This whole vine and all the little baby leaves just started popping out. And also in here, we have another vine shooting out. So yeah, it is very, very happy, and you know, I'm happy too. So what I did is I just used my trusty twist ties again and loosely just stuck it on here. Since I have done that, it's given me this leaf, this leaf, this leaf. We're coming up here. It's probably been about literally 2 weeks, but the grow light shines on this a lot. It gets a lot of humidity. I fertilize it very weekly, on the weak side. Usually weekly though as well. And then moving over here to the Pearl and Jade Pothos. Yeah, you know, some of them look really pearls and jadey, others look more enjoy. I'm enjoying the pearls and jade. Anyway, yeah, putting this vine here, I don't know what I'm doing with that. Yeah, another classic golden pothos moment. You know, it's one of my favorite plants. And yeah, it's doing well. Oh, it's actually turned a little bit. It's normally like this. And then right beside that, we have my lemon lime heartleaf philodendron. It's happy. It's been giving me a ton of new growth. It really likes where it is. I don't want to move it anywhere. And what I love about this is that the new growth comes in this like orangey pinky color, and then we turn into yellow, and then as they age, they turn down into that light green. Yeah, so freaking pretty. Down, hello. Moving down here is my Syngonium, a white butterfly. I have taken so many cuttings of this. I have repotted this. It's, you know, it's happy. It's pretty, and as you can see, it's starting to come on over, baby. Sorry, I'm not a very good singer, but I enjoy it, so too bad. And now this whole vine's just coming out like, hey, probably just wants to get to the sun. And that's fine. And then underneath that, hidden in here, is my Monstera Peru. And she is with child at the moment. Right there. So yeah, learned my lesson. This is actually thirstier than I thought, because last time it couldn't even make a whole leaf because it was so dry. This time I'm pumping it up. I'm just, you know, letting it guzzle, guzzle, guzzle and drink, and it's happy. And yeah. And then let's move down over here This is a newer plant. This is a Fatsia japonica, or Japanese Fatsia, I think. Anyway, I just love the shape of these leaves. It kind of reminds me of a pot plant, especially this little baby right here, like, you know, like a little, like a cartoon of a pot plant or something. Anyway, and also it really reminds me of the Land Before Time, the tree stars. And now I have seen ones that got a little crispy because it was cold outside the day that I got it. Oops, bye. Anyways, so yeah, I actually had one before that was variegated. It was the spiderweb one. Severely underwatered it as I normally do, and it died. So yeah. Anyway, all that to say, got this new one. It was $4. Just a little 4-inch pot. It's really cute. I'm looking forward to just, you know, seeing it grow and get bigger, and then as it becomes more, you know, taller and tree-like, I'll probably move it out to the living room where it's gonna get, you know, more light and has more room to live. Next up is the money tree. If you saw my common plant haul from the grocery store last week, then you already know what's up. Yeah, so here we go. This is the money tree that I picked out, but Ash actually got for me for Valentine's Day / our 6th anniversary. Lots of new babies coming out. Those crispy leaves, I think, were kind of like a one-off, because now, you know, we're fine. She needs more water than I thought. She's getting enough light, so she seems happy. Down here again with the Burl Marks Philodendron. Actually, let's just pick it up and take a look at it over here. Things get so clustered over there, it's hard to tell. Yeah, so here we go. It is getting a lot more new growth. The new growth is getting bigger, I should say. So yeah, I'm getting really excited about these ones coming out. This is the newest leaf. It's little. She's just a little baby, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it. It's really cute. Again, I'm gonna wanna stake this up soon so it climbs up. And I hate moss poles, so yeah. Not sure what to do. Cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, and then next up we have my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Sorry. I love this plant. It's beautiful. I love it way more than a Monstera deliciosa. I just think it's just cuter. I like how small the leaves are. I like how they all look the same. Except for, you know, like whenever they start out, they have little smaller leaves and you're like, is this a peace lily? Bam, Rhaphidophora. Anyways, it has been pushing out so much new growth ever since I gave it that banana. I had this banana fertilizer that my friend Amanda gave to me. She makes it. It's amazing. She said she does have more for me, and I am going to be supplying her with quite a few plants for her bright living room. I was like, you need plants, so I'm going to bring them. Yeah, here we go. New growth coming out. Bam, bam, bam. I was really afraid that this wasn't going to grow anymore. It was actually stunted down to like here, and then it gave me this. It gave me this one. It gave me this one. There's another one coming out. So, you know, it's really happy, and I'm happy too. Again, I might have to put this on something to climb, but for now, I'm just kind of enjoying it being a little bit funky and crazy. Here is my Cissus alata, or I think it's called Cissus rhombifolia alata. I don't know. It's the grape ivy cissus. Gave my mom a piece of this recently, and I think she'll really enjoy it because she really likes ivy and things that climb up. So yeah, anyways, here we go. Here are some of the newer leaves. They are just so beautiful, and much like the tetrastigma, they're a little bit fuzzy when they first come out. Let's see if we can find some new growth in here. Yeah, right in here. You can see the new growth comes in so fuzzy. Sorry about all the neem oil spray all over it, but you know, you can never be too careful. Yeah, look at how shiny and beautiful and fuzzy the new leaves come in. It's so cute. As you can see, I did a classic twist, tied up a piece of bamboo, and check this. Where is it? Where is it? And check this out right here. It has actually started to hold on to it. I love that. And we're getting some new growth up here. Yeah, and some new growth here. It's just so cute. It seems pretty happy. It's getting enough light, and you know, with most cissus, don't underwater them. You know, when they get a little bit droopy, time to water. Or if you get a good feel for your plants, give it a lift. If it feels like, you know, oh, that's really light, give it a water for sure. You don't want it to die back. Cissus are one of my favorite plants ever, and really cool fact is that they are pet safe and human safe too. I mean, like, don't put it in a salad or anything, but like, you know, if your kid like walks up to it and like puts a leaf in their mouth, they're going to be grossed out because, hello, it tastes like a freaking leaf. But also, they're not going to die or start foaming at the mouth or something. Don't quote me on that. But I'm just saying, you know, maybe 9 times out of 10, you're not going to die. So, okay. And then I will, oh, actually, let's just say hello to this guy right here. As you can see, I told you, there's soil on the desk, you know, whatever. This is my Peperomia obtusifolia, the variegated one. It was getting a little tall and floppy, so I just stuck this piece of bamboo in here. And yeah, been flourishing, been happy, I think. Newest leaf is this little guy here. Hasn't been growing much. I thought that peperomias were winter growers, but whatever. Okay, and I guess we will move on to all of these now. Let's start up here. We have some really sad golden pothos cuttings. They are rooting, they are ugly. We'll see what happens. And then here is what's left of my orchid cactus, the epiphyllum. I didn't know if it was going to be okay because it was severely overwatered, started to rot. Stuck it in some dry medium, didn't water it forever. Gave it a little bit of water like 2 weeks ago, and it has blessed me with this little baby. Is it gonna focus? Anyway, it's blessed me with that little baby, so I'm happy about that. It continues to live on, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. These are little neon pothos cuttings, I think. Pretty sure they're neon pothos. Got those just as a bonus with those alocasias that I traded. This is my German ivy. We have a time, you know, I forget about it, it dries out, it gets a little bit crispy, loses a couple leaves, I water it well. That's in a little mermaid mug. Yeah. Moving down here, my purple passion vine. Maybe you saw it in other videos. I did chop a piece off to try and propagate, it just rotted and died. So all I'm left with is this, but he has been growing exponentially well. Like, it's just been amazing lately. I think he's loving the fertilizer that I'm giving him. If you don't know, his name is Batward, like Edward, but with a bat. I don't know. He just looks so like Mona the vampire. Anyways, yeah, how can you not love this plant? It is a little bit picky when it's thirsty. It might just say, F you, I'm dropping this leaf, and I'm gonna look sad and bedraggled. Okay, and then in here we have a wet stick of a golden pothos. I don't know how that's going. And also this tiny little baby anthurium, just like the typical anthurium andreanum. That is it produces red flowers. I got that from my mom's. And then right here we have a little mixed basket of Pelea glauca and Pelea depressa. We've been having a time. I thought it was more succulent, dried out a little too much. Oh, it likes more humidity. Took it, hung it into the humidifier, and then a lot of the foliage kind of rotted away because it was too wet. So now I just kind of have it sitting here near the window, but not too far from the humidifier. I don't know, we'll see what happens. She's a little bit picky, but I'm here for it. And then moving up here, we have my Algerian Ivy. I have the typical green variety that is growing pretty well. This thing gets neem oiled like once a week. I'm not joking. It's really hard when you have ivy. You kind of don't want to bring pests into your house, but I already have some alocasia in here. And what is that? Okay, I just saw a spider in there, but you know what? It's a normal spider, like a house spider. So I'm gonna leave him there because if there's any pest, he is gonna eat it. So yeah. Anyways, my Algerian Ivy. Yes, Mom, you can have a cutting of both of these. And also the variegated version. Kind of just like English ivy on steroids. And again, kind of like that star shape. I just love that. And then we'll move over here to one of my Marble Queen pothos. Let's bring her down. She sits up here. A couple reverted leaves. I don't care. I'll let it revert if it wants to. But then also some really bright white leaves. And yeah, so freaking pretty. Love it. And I also have another one hanging right there. It's a little older. This is your standard heartleaf philodendron. It's not too happy. I actually got it. Someone told me that they had a plant and it was actually a bunch of unrooted cuttings. So that was really freaking rude. So I've just been trying to root them in soil. It's kind of working, it's kind of not. So yeah. Anyways, moving here, that's pretty backlit, right? It's okay, we might still be able to see. Moving over here, just keeping on the theme, another Marble Queen pothos. Give it a little twist for a sec. Yeah, as you can see, she's growing towards the window. Some reverted leaves, some highly variegated leaves, whatever. I let her do whatever she wants. And then again, with the classic twist ties, I just put her up here just to kind of get, you know, some of the vines out of the way, but also to just encourage bigger leaves. And then we will move over here, another Jade Pothos. I love pothos. If I could have one plant forever, it would be golden pothos because honestly, the variegation varies as well. But you know, the jade, it's just so beautiful, you know. It's growing like a weed. It's by the window, so it's happy. And then in here, a very sad, neglected, which was a golden pothos, now a limp jade pothos. It's, again, a bit of an experiment. I'll probably end up putting this, you know, somewhere and hoping it lives and putting something more beloved up here. Let's be real. And then over here, Dracaena fluminescens, whatever. Evanescence, wake me up inside. Yeah, here we go. It's just going crazy. This was actually just 3 long tendrils and then I chopped and propped. And just to give you a sense of how resilient these plants are, I actually rooted one stem upside down. You can probably see it from the top leaf here. I rooted it upside down, but it's still pushed out growth from one of the nodes in the middle, and it's just been, you know, living life even though it's completely upside down. Again, growing towards the window, my Dischidia Jerry. This thing gets neem oiled a lot, and it was drying out a lot. So you know what I did? I just shoved some freaking moss in there. That way whenever I water it, I don't have to water it like every 3 or 4 days. I can water it like once every 10 days because the moss holds onto it, right? My really sad string of hearts. I'm not really into this plant anymore. It's kind of ticking me off. I don't know. We'll see how it goes once the growing season hits, but more than likely, I'm probably gonna repot these bulbs into my mom's string of hearts and use that for something, the pot for something cooler. Here we go, Peperomia Hope. There is a lot of new growth coming out on this one. You know, it took a while, you know, it took a good few months for it to just kind of establish itself to the point where it wants to shoot out new growth. But you know, now that it has, we are seeing a lot of new little shoots coming up, which is really exciting. I'm really happy about that because I didn't know if this plant was happy or not, but I guess it was just concentrating on rooting up. And now, I mean, this used to be like completely flat except for these 2 are added. But yeah, super happy. Okay, and underneath here, this is my Ripsalis Pilocarpa. I had to repot it because it was losing way too much moisture. And also, you know, I couldn't really see it very often because it was so hidden in the baskets up here. So I put it in this, no joke, this tin pot and just hung it on the wall beside my monitor. And it's cute. The little furry fingers come down. I like it. A little golden pothos propagation. It was just a bunch of little wet sticks, and now she's sprouting up. And then moving down onto the desk. Told you there's soil everywhere. We have a little piece of dragon fruit cactus, the one that I cut the moon thing off the top. I want to just sprout little things off the side and go nuts. And this is my Dracaena Florida Beauty. I love that it looks like someone just took a plant and threw bleach on it. I think that is so cool, and it actually just bloomed. But yeah, I'm just happy with this plant. I think it's so cute and unique, and I'm excited for the leaves to grow out. Plus, it's easier to take care of than a croton. F a croton, honestly. And then here we go. You know, this is one of my favorites, my Epiphyllum anguliger, or the fishbone rickback cactus. Tons of new growth here. It loves it by the window. I don't think I'm ever going to put it in a different spot. And then right above that, my Hoya Carnosa. Smooth this. My Hoya Carnosa. It's pretty. It's taken off. It's trying to fly out the window there. Again, twist tied it up, trying to get a few more growths out of it. Windowsill, Syngonium. I put a candle here to kind of just heat up some of the cold air that wants to just come through the window, because the windows here are shitty. And moving up here, this big boy is my Cissus rhombifolia Ellen Danica, or Danica Ellen, or something like that. It's the oak leaf version, and the leaves are just so beautiful. What I love about this plant is it looks like I just took this out of the forest here where I live in Canada, you know, obviously not in the winter, but it looks like I just have something outside. I mean, obviously it's meant to be outside, but I just have something wild growing in here, and you can see, just like the other Cissus, all of the new growth comes in super fuzzy and shiny. I love it, and if we turn this, we can see that it's just trying to get out the window. I just watered it today, so it looks a little sad, but give it a day or two and it'll perk right up. You know, they're pretty thirsty. And again, I did the whole twist tie it up. I want it to kind of, I don't know, come up a little bit instead of down so much. And then here, I'm so sorry about the overexposure, but these plants need some light, clearly. Yeah, here we go. Philodendron Brazil, actually. Let's do one of these. Okay, good enough. All right, here we go. Maybe that's a better view for you guys. Maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. Okay. Anyways, here we go. Philodendron Brazil, another one of those plants. Like, when I have a plant that I love, I want like 2 or 3 or 10 of them. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Stick to what you know. Again, I've twist tied it kind of up here, and it's been pretty happy. It's trying to go out the window as usual, as most of these plants are. Yeah, and it has just a whole little lemon lime patch over here for some reason. And down here, hanging below that, is the dreaded spider plant. This is like the 10th one I'm trying. I so badly want to be able to grow these plants because they put off those little babies and they're so cute, and then you can have more and more and more and more. And that's what I want. But I'm having a really hard time getting to survive. So if you have a keen eye, you will notice there are 2 different kinds of spider plants in here. So the majority of it is the one with the variegation on the outside of the leaves. Meanwhile, what was left of my other little baby one has the variegation on the inside of the leaves. There you go, that's a good shot where you can tell the difference. So if this little pup in here, you know, takes off with it, it could be a nice, cool little contrast that people might not notice, but, you know, us planty people will notice it and, you know, think that's really cool. And then moving down here, my Flamingo Flower, my pink Anthurium andrianum, just one of those typical grocery store plants. If you saw that video, I love this plant. I'm never not gonna love it. Even if I don't get the flowers, the foliage on this, hello, it's literally a heart. It's so pretty. This sad ass fern leaf cactus, I don't know, it's barely surviving. It's still there though, so I'm still watering it. I'm still, you know, trying to do what I'm trying to do. I don't know if I should cut it back a little bit, and whatever energy it has, I can put towards, you know, just letting the stems grow. I don't know. If you have some suggestions, let me know. Another Peperomia obtusifolia. I love Peperomia obtusifolia, baby rubber plant, sometimes people call them. It does have those thick succulent leaves, and it is kind of like a baby rubber plant, like a Ficus elastica burgundy, the plain green one. Kind of just a mini version, and they can get pretty tall. You saw earlier I have the variegated version. The green one always catches my eye though. Same with the Peperomia scandens. The plain green always gets me. This one we're having a tough time too, but it is producing new growth. So I mean, can't be mad. Just stick it in the window, give us some light. Hope it's happy. Moving over here, these are some roses that I got for Valentine's Day from Ash. I don't want to let them go. I guess I could spray them with hairspray and dry them and keep them. I don't know, I kind of wanted to like dry out the leaves and like crush them up like a potpourri. I don't know if that's too grandma-y or if that'll even work though. Anyways, and then the last one here is this golden pothos. Me and this golden pothos have been having a time. I'll tell you that right now. There's a bunch of different stems. It's mostly just really thick stems in here. I do need to top dress it, but I'm waiting till spring and I hate taking down this macrame thing. So yeah, it's just a lot of stems in there overlapping, but it has been growing like crazy. You can always tell that it needs water whenever it starts getting kind of sad like this. But we have everything on here from like highly variegated pieces to, you know, some that have like almost nothing or are reverted. In here, there was a really long stem. I chopped it up, didn't know what was gonna happen. Pushed out some new growth, you know. I would like to take this and maybe twist tie it up. But I also kind of like the way it hangs like this, so I'm not really sure. So the cacti and succulents get this little grow light thing. Like I said, it's not perfect, it's better than nothing, and keeping these guys in a cold windowsill is no bueno. So they need to be far away from the drafts, and you know, here we go. So that's kind of the light that they get. Moving over here, we have this grow light I got from my stepdad. If I think things need some extra light, then I put them down on this shelf here for a few hours just to kind of perk them up. But typically this is kind of what I do. It's not perfect, but it's fine. And keep in mind, this is a very cloudy, overcast day. Normally there's a lot more sun. This is an east-facing window, especially as we get further into spring. There's gonna be a lot more light coming in here. But as you can see, this is kind of the light that we get with this thing. And I was actually surprised, but it is more than enough light for my tetrastigma. It's pushing out new growth, it's happy. Everything in this area seems to be flourishing, so I can't really fault it. The purple pink light only gives me a headache like every once in a while, but I have this on every day and I sit right there and I do my schoolwork and stuff. So, you know, it's really not that bad. I understand it could really, you know, hurt people's eyes and stuff. And if it hurts your eyes, then obviously don't use them. But luckily enough, they're fine with mine. I'm fine with it. So yeah, this is the kind of light. I have this little frog prince that Ash gave me. It's like solar powered. So I know there gets a little bit of light up here. This is on top of the humidifier. Because he shakes a little bit. Kind of does like a dun dun dun. And then stops a dun dun. You know what I mean? Whereas when I take this bad boy and I put him right here, he gets a lot dancier. So this is kind of my light meter at the moment. I know, it's stupid, but you know what? It's actually really been trial and error. I don't like count lumens or lux or whatever the foot candles or foot wax. I don't know, whatever they are. I don't really follow that. This is just what I do. And these guys over here, they get light from the window. They're really happy. Hopefully this guy will be happy. Yeah, everybody seems happy, mostly healthy. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with it. Also, little bonus, I forgot to mention this guy in here, this little unknown Alocasia. I don't know what this is. I'll insert a picture, if I have it, of the mother plant. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but these are the little pups. And yeah, keep it in here with some soil and stuff. I keep it out of a lot of light. Okay guys, so that was my bedroom houseplant tour. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and checking out these plants. Let me know that you enjoyed this video by giving it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy plenty content, why don't you subscribe and hang out with me in my jungle? Alright guys. Okay guys, I hope you guys are staying safe and staying planty, and let's roll the montage. Roll it.